Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're doing some important English listening practice. Learning English is a fantastic journey, full of opportunities. It helps you connect with the world, understand movies, music, and opens doors for your future. But sometimes on this journey, maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you think, this is too hard for me, or I'm not good enough at languages. Have you ever felt like that? Like you're just missing something? Well, there's an amazing book called You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. It's not about learning English directly, but it has a super powerful message that is perfect for English learners. Jen Sincero says in a simple way, you are already amazing. You have incredible power inside you. The biggest thing holding you back isn't outside you. It's often your own thoughts, your own doubts. And here's a surprising truth. For many people learning English, the biggest challenge is not grammar rules or pronunciation. It's the voice in their head that says, I can't do this. It's the feeling of not being good enough. What if that voice is wrong? What if, just like Jen Sincero says, you are capable? You are a badass learner. So, how does this connect to listening practice? Every time you listen, you challenge that voice. You prove to yourself that you can understand. You build confidence bit by bit. Listening shows your mind that you are making progress, that you are capable, just like Jen Sincero's book says you are. If you're ready to quiet that doubting voice and prove to yourself what a great English learner you are, then stick around. Let's practice listening together right now. Chapter 1. You are connected. Do you ever feel like you're just one small person in a very big world? Well, this chapter talks about that feeling, but it shows you something different. It helps you see that we are all part of something big and powerful. Think about it. You have family, friends, people you work with or go to school with. You might be part of a sports team, a hobby group, or a community. These are all connections. These connections aren't just small things. They are like threads that link us together. When you feel sad, a friend can cheer you up. When you need help, your family is there. When you join a group, you find people who understand you. This network of people is strong. It supports us, it makes us feel safe and like we belong. Sometimes life feels hard and you might feel alone. But this chapter reminds us that even when you feel alone, you are still part of a large human picture. Your relationships, both big and small, connect you to this bigger thing. For example, imagine your town or city. If something difficult happens, like a natural event, people often come together to help each other. One person alone might not be able to do much, but when many people work together, sharing food, helping fix homes, offering comfort, that's a huge power. That's the power of being connected. You are part of a world where people depend on each other and help each other. So, the chapter wants you to understand that your life is not just about you alone. It's part of this large, powerful network of people. Your relationships make you part of something much bigger than yourself. You are connected, and that is a wonderful and strong thing. Chapter 2. Your mind's tricks. Have you ever felt like your own thoughts stop you from doing something you really want? It might sound strange, but sometimes your own thoughts can actually work against you. Our minds are powerful, but they can also be a little tricky. They might tell you things like, you're not good enough, or it's too scary, or what's the point? It won't work anyway. These kinds of thoughts are like small walls that stop you from trying new things, especially when it comes to meeting people or putting yourself out there. They protect you from possible pain or disappointment, but they also stop you from finding happiness and connection. Think about a time you wanted to talk to someone or go to a social event. Maybe your mind suddenly gave you lots of reasons not to. Everyone will look at me, or I won't know what to say, or I'll probably mess it up. These negative thoughts feel very real, and they often make you decide not to do the thing you wanted. They are your mind's tricks. This chapter is designed to help you see these tricks. It teaches you how to notice when your thoughts are stopping you. It's like learning to see behind the curtain. When you can spot these specific thoughts, the ones that tell you it's too hard, too risky, or that you're not good enough, you start to understand they are just patterns your mind uses. They are habits of thinking that might have helped in the past, but don't help you reach your goals now. For example, maybe you want to ask someone for their number. Your mind says, they'll say no and you'll feel stupid. That's a trick thought. By noticing that specific thought, you can see it's not a fact, just a fear your mind created. Just noticing this thought takes away some of its power. Seeing these tricks is the most important first step. It gives you a chance to question the thought instead of just believing it. You learn that you can think something scary, but still choose to act differently. Understanding these mental habits helps you stop getting in your own way. It helps you open the door to doing the things that can actually lead to meeting people and building connections instead of letting your thoughts keep you alone. So pay attention to what your thoughts are telling you. Are they helping you move forward or holding you back? Chapter 3. Wake Up Your Life. Do you sometimes feel like life is just happening to you? Like you're on autopilot? You know, when you just go through your day doing the same things without really thinking about them. Many of us fall into these routines. Wake up, work, eat, sleep, repeat. It's comfortable and easy for our brains to follow the same path. It takes less energy to just follow habits we've already built. But living on autopilot means we often don't notice new things around us. We might not feel truly present, feel happy, or even know what we really want from life. When we live this way, life can start to feel a bit gray and maybe a little boring. We just keep going without really living. The idea is to wake up from this state and start living your life more fully and with a sense of purpose. Living fully is about being present in the moment. It means noticing the small things, feeling your feelings, and not just rushing through your day like a robot. Living with purpose doesn't mean you need to find one big, amazing goal right away. It means doing things that feel meaningful to you, even in small ways. It's about making choices that feel right for you, not just following old habits or doing what everyone else does. So, how do you start? First, become aware. Notice when you're just going through the motions. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Or, does this feel good to me? Pay attention to your day and see when you feel more alive and when you feel like you're just on autopilot. Then, try making small, conscious choices to break the pattern. It doesn't need to be big. Maybe try taking a different way to work or school. Try a new kind of food you've never had before. Talk to someone you don't usually talk to. Do one small thing that is different from your normal routine. For example, if you always watch the same TV show every evening just because it's what you always do, tonight try reading a book for 15 minutes instead, or calling a friend, or taking a short walk outside. This breaks the automatic habit and helps you make a conscious choice about how you spend your time. Each small, conscious choice helps you step off the autopilot path. It makes you think, it makes you choose, and it helps you connect with what truly makes you feel interested and alive. It's about taking back the control of your day and making it your life, not just a series of habits you follow. This is how you begin to live more fully and discover your own purpose, little by little. Chapter 4. Love Who You Are. Do you ever feel like you need to be different for people to like you? This chapter talks about something super important, truly liking and accepting yourself exactly as you are. And it says this is the most important thing for finding good connections and not feeling alone. What does this mean, accepting yourself? It means everything, the good parts, your strengths, the things you like about yourself, but it also means accepting the other parts, your faults, your weaknesses, the mistakes you've made, or the habits you wish you didn't have. It means seeing all of you and saying, "This is me," and that's okay. Think about it this way. If you don't like a part of yourself, maybe you try to hide it, like maybe you think you're not very social. If you don't accept that, you might feel nervous in groups, worry what people think, or avoid trying new things. This hiding makes it hard for others to really know you. Also, when you don't fully accept yourself, it can be hard to believe someone else can fully accept you. You might worry they will leave when they see the real you. This can create distance in relationships. Or you might accept less than you deserve because you don't think you're worth more. You might put up with bad behavior because you don't feel good enough. But when you work on accepting yourself, even the parts you find difficult, everything changes. You feel more comfortable in your own skin. You stop trying so hard to be someone else. You can be more open and honest with people. When you are okay with who you are, people can connect with the real you. You attract people who like that person. You also understand your own value. You see that you deserve kindness, respect, and love. This helps you choose partners who treat you well and build healthier, stronger relationships. So, the big message is that accepting yourself completely with all your strengths and all your faults is the strong base you need before you can truly build deep, lasting connections with others. It helps you feel good alone, which paradoxically helps you not be alone. Chapter 5. Others Show You. Have you ever stopped to think about how you see the people around you? Like when you meet someone new, what are the first things you notice? Or when you think about your friends, what words come to mind? This chapter talks about a cool idea. Sometimes the way you see other people can actually tell you something important about yourself. Think about it this way. If you often see people as really competitive, maybe it's because competition is something you think about a lot. Or maybe you feel you need to compete. Or if you usually see the good in people, it might show that you are someone who values kindness and optimism. So, the lens through which you view the world and the people in it is partly shaped by your own experiences, your values, and even your insecurities. It's like looking into a mirror, but the reflection is in how you perceive others. This isn't about judging anyone. It's about understanding your own perspective better. But it's not just about how you see others. It's also about how others see you. People react to you in certain ways, right? Maybe your friends always laugh at your jokes. Or maybe people often ask you for help because they think you're good at solving problems. These reactions are like feedback. They show you how you come across to other people. It's important to pay attention to this feedback, not to change who you are completely, but to understand the impact you have on others. Sometimes how you see yourself might be different from how others see you, and that's okay. But listening to what others reflect back to you can help you see parts of yourself you might not notice on your own. It can help you understand your strengths and maybe areas where you can grow. For example, if many people tell you that you are a good listener, that's valuable information about your social skills. If people often seem uncomfortable around you, maybe you need to think about your body language or communication style. So, this chapter helps you understand that seeing others and being seen by others are both important for knowing yourself. Your view of the world tells you about your inner state, and the world's view of you gives you external insights. Both sides work together to help you understand who you are in relation to other people, which is super helpful when you're thinking about building connections and finding relationships. It's a two-way street of self-discovery. Chapter 6. Listen to yourself. Have you ever had a strong feeling about something, even if you couldn't explain exactly why? Let's talk about that feeling inside you. It's like a quiet voice, or maybe just a strong sense, a feeling in your gut or your heart. It's different from thinking things through logically with your brain. It's more like a knowing, a feeling that comes from deep inside you. Many people call this their inner voice or their intuition. This inner feeling is really important. Why? Because often it knows what is truly best for you, even if your thinking mind is confused. The world outside can be very noisy. Your friends might tell you what they think you should do. Your family might have ideas for you. Your logical brain might weigh all the pros and cons, looking at facts and reasons. But your inner voice knows your real needs, your real desires, and how things or people truly make you feel, sometimes even before you fully understand it yourself. So, how do you listen to this quiet but important voice? It takes practice, especially because we are so often busy and distracted. You need to create moments to stop and be quiet inside. Try to pay attention to that feeling you have about a situation, a decision, or a person. Don't just think about it, feel it. Does it feel light and good, or does it feel heavy or make you feel uncomfortable or unsure in a way that logic can't explain? Think about an example. Imagine you meet someone new, perhaps for dating or even a new friend. On paper, they seem great. They are kind, funny, intelligent, and maybe your friends really like them. Your logical brain says, yes, this person is perfect. This makes sense. But maybe, deep inside, you just have a strange feeling. You feel a bit guarded, or something just doesn't feel quite right to you, even though you can't point to a specific problem. Your inner voice might be picking up on something important that your thinking brain or others have missed. It's telling you how this connection truly feels to you. Learning to listen to and trust this inner voice is a powerful skill. Sometimes it might tell you something that is different from what you expected, or something that goes against the advice of others. But this voice is your unique guide. When you start paying attention to it and trusting its guidance, you begin to make choices that are more true to who you are and what you genuinely need for your happiness and well-being. It helps you avoid paths or relationships that aren't right for you, and instead find what feels authentic and supportive for your life. It's about trusting yourself to know what is best. Chapter 7. Don't be afraid. Do you ever feel like you want to try something new when it comes to dating? Maybe like asking someone out or trying a different way to meet people, but something inside just stops you? That feeling, that heavy weight that keeps you stuck, is very often fear. Fear of rejection, fear of feeling awkward, fear of things not working out the way you hope. It's a really powerful feeling, and it's one of the main reasons we keep doing the same things over and over, even when those things aren't helping us find the connection we want. Fear can make even small steps feel impossible. This part of the book takes a close look at those fears. It helps you understand why you might be afraid. Why is asking someone out so scary for you? Why does the idea of putting yourself out there online feel so difficult? Why do you worry so much about what someone might think? It helps you explore where these feelings come from, maybe from past experiences that didn't go well, or maybe just from worries that aren't really based in reality. It helps you see that fear isn't always a sign of real danger. Sometimes it's just your mind trying to protect you too much. But just knowing why you're afraid isn't enough, right? This chapter goes further. It gives you practical ideas and steps to actually move past that fear. It doesn't tell you to suddenly become a fearless person overnight, because that's not realistic. Instead, it shows you how to take small, manageable steps, even when you feel nervous. It's about learning to notice your fearful thoughts and then choosing to act anyway. It's about building courage little by little. For instance, maybe you really want to try speed dating or join a social group to meet people, but you're terrified of walking in alone and feeling like the only new person. Fear tells you, don't go, it will be awful. This chapter helps you challenge that thought. It might suggest, okay, you're scared. That's normal. What's the smallest step you can take? Maybe it's just finding the location online, or maybe it's deciding to stay for only 15 minutes. It shows you that the feeling of fear often gets weaker once you start moving. Or imagine you match with someone interesting online, but fear of a bad first date makes you hesitate to suggest meeting up. The chapter helps you weigh the small risk against the big possibility, the possibility of meeting someone great. The core message is simple but powerful. Letting fear control your actions limits your opportunities. By learning to understand and gently face your fears, you open yourself up to so many more chances to meet people and build connections. This helps you break free from old patterns and gives you the courage to try new approaches in your search for the right person. It's really about giving yourself permission to be brave, to step outside your comfort zone, and to not let fear stop you from love. Chapter 8. Stop waiting. Have you ever wanted to start something like learning a new skill, working on a project, or even trying to meet someone new, but you just kept waiting? Many of us do this. We have ideas, we want to make changes or try new things, but we feel stuck in a waiting mode. Why do we wait? There are two main reasons. Sometimes it's because we put things off. We tell ourselves, I'll do it later, or tomorrow is a better day. This habit of delaying things is called putting things off, or procrastination. We find reasons not to start right now, even if we know we should. The other big reason is wanting everything to be perfect before we begin. We think, it's not ready yet. I need to plan more. I need more information. It has to be just right before I start. This is wanting things to be perfect, or perfectionism. We believe that if it's not perfect from the first moment, it's not worth starting. But both of these things, putting it off and wanting it perfect, have a negative effect. They stop us. They stop us from taking the first step. If we always wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan or until we feel completely ready, we might never actually start anything at all. While you're waiting, time passes. Opportunities might go away. You stay stuck exactly where you are, just thinking about starting. So, the big idea is to just begin. It sounds very simple, right? And it is. The hardest part is often just taking that very first small step. You don't need to wait for the perfect time or have the perfect plan ready. Just take action, even a very small action, right now. When you just start, even if it's not perfect, you learn important things. You see what works and what doesn't. You can change things as you go. Starting is much more important than being perfect at the very beginning. You don't need to have everything prepared perfectly. You just need to give yourself permission to take that first step. Think about wanting to start exercising. If you wait until you have the perfect running shoes, the perfect workout clothes, the perfect amount of free time, and the perfect exercise plan, you might wait forever and never start. But if you just decide to go for a 15-minute walk today or do 10 simple exercises at home, you have started. It wasn't perfect, you didn't have everything ready, but you did something. And tomorrow you can do a little more. Or maybe you want to learn to cook. Instead of waiting until you have every tool and every ingredient for a complex meal, just try one simple recipe tonight. Just start with that one easy thing. This small start gives you energy and momentum. It makes it easier to do the next small step. So, the key message is to stop letting the fear of not being perfect or the habit of putting things off prevent you from beginning. Don't worry about finding the absolute best time or the absolute best way. Just give yourself permission to begin right now. Take that first simple step today. That's how things actually start happening. Chapter 9. The Universe Helps You. Do you ever feel like you're trying your best, but things just aren't working out in your search for love? Sometimes in life, it can feel like we're all alone, trying to control everything to find the right person. But maybe, just maybe, there's something more happening. This chapter talks about believing in a bigger plan or a kind of energy that is actually trying to help you. Think of it as the universe or fate or whatever word feels right for you. The idea is that you are not totally on your own in this journey. Why is this idea helpful? Well, it can take a lot of pressure off you. When you feel like everything is up to you, it can be heavy and feel like a failure if things don't go exactly as planned. But believing in this bigger picture means you don't have to force everything. So, how do you let this power support you? It's about being open. It's about trusting that sometimes things happen for a reason, even if you don't understand it at the moment. It means paying attention to the world around you, to people you meet, and to your feelings. For example, let's say you really wanted a date with someone and it didn't happen. At first, you might feel disappointed, like you failed, but maybe, just maybe, missing that date created space for you to meet someone even better later on, maybe in a totally unexpected way. When you believe that the universe is helping you, it changes your perspective. You start to see challenges not just as problems, but maybe as steps on your path. It gives you hope and makes you feel more connected, knowing there's support for you on your journey to find the right connection. Chapter 10. Meditate simply. Do you ever feel like your mind is just too busy with thoughts racing everywhere, making it hard to focus or feel relaxed? It's a common feeling in our busy lives, right? Sometimes it feels almost impossible to slow down that mental chatter. But what if there was a very simple, easy way to find a little more calm and clearness in your head? This part of the book talks about exactly that, how you can start meditating in a way that doesn't feel difficult or complicated at all. Many people think meditation means sitting perfectly still for a long time with an empty mind, which can feel intimidating. But the approach here is about making it truly accessible and simple for everyone. It's not about stopping your thoughts, because thoughts are natural. It's about learning to notice them without getting completely pulled away by them, creating a moment of pause. This can be done by anyone, anywhere, even if you only have 5 minutes. So, how do you actually do this simple meditation? First, find a quiet spot where you can sit comfortably without being disturbed. You can sit on a chair with your feet on the floor, or on a cushion on the floor, whatever feels right for you. Sit up straight but relaxed. You can gently close your eyes, or if that feels strange, just soften your gaze and look slightly downwards. Now, the core practice is just to bring your attention to your breath. You don't need to breathe in a special way. Just notice the air moving in and out. Feel the sensation of the breath, maybe the coolness as you inhale, the warmth as you exhale, or the gentle rise and fall of your chest or belly. As you do this, your mind will wander. It will think about what happened today, what you need to do tomorrow, or random things. This is absolutely normal. When you notice your mind has wandered, just gently, without any frustration, guide your attention back to the feeling of your breath. It's like gently redirecting your focus again and again. Each time you notice and come back, it's a success. Why practice this simple return to the breath? Because you're training your mind. You're learning to step back slightly from your thoughts and emotions instead of being totally swept away by them. This practice helps to create a little space, a gap, between a thought or a feeling and your immediate reaction. Over time, this can help reduce feelings of stress and anxiety. It helps to quiet that constant mental noise, making your mind feel clearer and more focused. It's like gently clearing away some fog so you can see things more clearly. Even short, regular simple meditations can help you feel more grounded and peaceful in your daily life. It's a simple tool for a clearer, calmer mind. Chapter 11. Give and Get. Have you ever thought about how being generous with others could actually help you? Well, this chapter, called Give and Get, explores a really interesting idea about that. It's all about understanding that when you are kind and you give things away, whether it's your time, your energy, your skills, or even just a smile and a listening ear, it's not just a one-way street. The chapter explains how this act of giving can actually bring good things back into your life. How does this work? Think about it. When you are known as a generous person, someone who is willing to help others, people naturally feel more positive towards you. This helps build stronger, more trusting relationships. These strong relationships are super valuable in life. Also, being generous can sometimes open unexpected doors. When you help others, they might think of you when new opportunities or ideas come up. You become part of a positive network. And it creates a sense of reciprocity. It doesn't mean you give something expecting something specific back right away, but over time, when you are the person who helps others, you will often find that people are more willing to help you when you need it. Let's not forget the simple feeling of doing good. Helping someone else often makes us feel happier and more connected ourselves. For example, imagine a friend is feeling really stressed about something important. You could spend an hour listening to them, offering support and maybe a few ideas without asking for anything in return. Later, maybe that same friend is able to help you with a problem you have. Or maybe another friend who saw your kindness trusts you more and shares something important with you. Your generosity created a positive impact that came back to you in a different way. So, the main message of Give and Get is that generosity is powerful. It's not just about being nice, it's about creating a positive cycle in your life and the lives of others. Chapter 12. Make a clear decision. Let's think about something you want. Have you ever felt like you want something important, maybe a new job or finding love, but it just seems too hard to get? This chapter explains that the very first step, the most important one, is actually deciding clearly what you want. Many people have a general idea of what they want, but it's like a blurry picture in their mind. And a blurry picture is hard to move towards. Why is deciding clearly so important? Well, if you don't know exactly what you want, you can't make a plan to get it. It's like trying to find a specific building in a big city without knowing its name or address. You need to decide where you are going first. Making a clear decision helps you focus your energy. It's like gathering all your light into one strong beam instead of letting it spread everywhere. When you know exactly what you want, you can start looking for it, preparing for it, and working towards it. Think about wanting a new job. Saying, "I want a better job" is okay, but it's not very clear. What kind of job? What do you want to do? Where do you want to work? How much money do you hope to earn? Making a clear decision means you answer these questions. It means saying something like, "I want a job as a software developer in a small tech company in my city working on mobile apps and earning at least X money per year." Now, that is a clear decision. When you have this clear picture, you can start taking real steps. You can look for specific companies, check the requirements for that type of job, maybe take a course. This clear decision is not just a wish, it's a choice you make about your future. And that choice is the powerful first step that helps you turn your hopes into reality. It helps you make things happen. Chapter 13. Forgive yourself. Have you ever made a mistake in the past and felt really bad or angry with yourself about it for a long time? Maybe you keep thinking about something you did or said and you feel guilty or embarrassed. This chapter talks about how we often are very hard on ourselves, sometimes much harder than we would be on a friend. We remember our mistakes clearly, and these memories can make us feel stuck in the past. But holding on to this anger and sadness about past mistakes doesn't help us. It makes us feel heavy inside. It can stop us from trying new things, meeting new people, or just enjoying our day because we are always thinking about what went wrong before. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean you are saying the mistake was a good thing or that it didn't matter. No, it means you accept that it happened, you learn from it, and then you decide to let go of the heavy feeling. It's about accepting that you are human and everyone makes mistakes. So, how can you start to forgive yourself? First, try to look at the mistake honestly without being overly critical. What happened? Why did you do it? Sometimes understanding the situation at that time, maybe you were scared or didn't have all the information or were just not experienced, can help you be more kind to your past self. You can also think about what you learned from the experience. Every mistake can be a lesson that helps you grow. It's also really important to separate the mistake from who you are as a person. Making a mistake is an action, not your identity. It doesn't mean you are a bad person forever. You are a person who made a mistake. Think about how you would talk to a friend who made the same mistake. You would probably be kind, understanding, and tell them it's okay and they can learn from it. Try to talk to yourself in that same way. Let's think about an example. Imagine you were trying to connect with someone and you said something awkward or maybe a little insensitive and you felt terrible about it afterwards. You keep replaying the moment in your head, feeling embarrassed and thinking you ruined everything. To forgive yourself, you can acknowledge you said the awkward thing, then understand why. Maybe you were nervous or trying too hard or didn't think enough. You remind yourself that saying one awkward thing doesn't make you a completely awkward person. You learn to maybe think a bit more next time, and then, importantly, you show yourself kindness. You tell yourself, okay, that wasn't my best moment, but everyone has those moments. It's okay, I can move on. Holding on to past mistakes like this example can really stop you from being yourself and feeling confident when you meet new people. Forgiving yourself is like putting down that heavy weight. It helps you feel lighter, more confident, and more present in your life today. It gives you the freedom to move forward and build the relationships you want without the past constantly holding you back. It's a gift you give yourself, a permission to be imperfect and still be worthy of happiness and connection. Chapter 14. Forgive Others. Have you ever felt really angry or hurt because someone did something bad to you? Maybe a friend said something unkind, or someone you trusted broke a promise. It's a difficult feeling, isn't it? When someone hurts us, it's natural to feel upset, maybe even want them to feel bad too. We might think about it a lot, replaying what happened in our minds. This anger and hurt can feel like a heavy weight that we carry around. Sometimes we believe that if we stay angry, it means we haven't forgotten what happened, or that the other person is still somehow suffering because of our anger. But often, the person who hurt us might not even know or care how much we are still hurting. The anger is mostly affecting us. It can make us feel stressed, unhappy, and stuck in the past. It can stop us from feeling happy in our present lives or building new, healthy relationships. Holding on to anger is like holding a hot stone. It burns you more than the person you want to throw it at. So what can we do? The idea is about forgiveness. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean you forget what happened. It doesn't mean you say that what they did was okay. And it doesn't mean you have to become best friends with that person again. Forgiveness is really a gift you give to yourself. It's a choice you make to let go of the anger, the hurt, and the wish for revenge. It's about deciding that you will not let what happened control your feelings and your life anymore. Think about it like this. If you are holding on to a rope and pulling against someone, you are using a lot of energy and you feel tired. Letting go of the rope means you stop using that energy. You might fall back a little at first, but then you are free to walk away and do something else. Forgiveness is like letting go of that rope of anger. It's a process, and it might take time. You might have to work through your feelings, maybe talk about it with someone you trust. But the goal is to release yourself from the negative feelings that are keeping you tied to the past. When you forgive, you are choosing your own peace. You are choosing to free yourself from the heavy weight of anger. This freedom allows you to feel lighter, to focus on your own happiness, and to move forward in your life without being held back by old hurts. It's an act of self-care. It's about deciding that your peace and your freedom are more important than holding on to anger towards someone else. It's not always easy, but it's powerful for your own well-being. Chapter 15. Say thank you. Have you ever felt a bit down or worried about things, and it feels hard to shake off that feeling? Sometimes when we feel bad, our minds only see the problems. We think about what's wrong or what we don't have. It's like your brain gets stuck on the negative channel. You keep replaying worries or disappointments. But there's a simple idea that can really help. It's all about saying thank you. Not necessarily out loud, but thinking about what you are thankful for. When you stop for a moment and think about what you are thankful for, your mind starts to see different things. It forces your brain to look for the positives instead. It's an active choice, like changing the channel in your mind to something brighter. Suddenly, you notice the good things around you that you maybe didn't see before. It doesn't have to be big things you feel thankful for. Maybe you are thankful for a sunny day, a good cup of coffee in the morning, a friend who sent you a funny message, or just the feeling of being warm and safe in your home. You can think about these things quietly to yourself, or even write them down if that helps you focus. Just a few minutes of this practice can quickly improve how you feel right now. It shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present and good. And this isn't just about feeling better inside. Thinking thankfully can also bring more good things into your life. When you feel more positive and thankful, your whole energy changes. You might smile more often. You might be more open to talking to people you meet. People often feel this positive energy and are usually drawn to it. When you are feeling good, you are also more likely to try new things, accept invitations to go out, or notice opportunities you might have missed if you were feeling negative. So this simple practice of saying thank you, even just in your mind for small things, is a powerful tool. It quickly improves your mood by changing your focus, and by having a more positive outlook, it opens the door for more good experiences and helps you connect better with the people around you. It's a small action that can make a big positive difference. Chapter 16. Be friends with money. Have you ever thought about how you feel about money? It might sound a little strange, but how you feel and think about money is actually really important. Many people have difficult feelings about money. Maybe they worry about it all the time, feel stressed, or think money is the reason for many problems in life. These negative thoughts and feelings can create a kind of wall between you and money, making it harder to manage or get more of it. Imagine money is a person. If you always thought bad things about someone, felt nervous around them, and believed they caused trouble, would that person want to spend time with you? Probably not. It's a similar idea with money. If you see money as something bad, scary, or full of problems, you might push it away, even if you don't mean to. This chapter talks about changing that relationship. It asks you to try and be friends with money. This means changing your thoughts and feelings so they are more positive and helpful. Instead of seeing money as an enemy or a monster, try to see it as a tool that can help you live your life, achieve your goals, and maybe even help others. How do you do this? First, you need to look honestly at what your thoughts about money are right now. Do you believe things like, money is dirty, or only bad people are rich, or I'm just not good with money? Many of us learn these ideas from when we were young, and they stay with us without us even realizing it. The next step is to try and change those negative thoughts into positive ones. For example, if you often think money is always stressful, you can try to change that to money can bring opportunities and security. Or if you think, I never have enough money, you can try thinking, I am learning how to manage the money I have and find ways to increase it. It takes practice, like building any new habit. It's about seeing the potential good that money can do and believing you can have a positive connection with it. When you start to change your thoughts and feelings about money, it can change how you act too. You might feel less worried, more hopeful, and more in control. You might be more open to learning about saving or investing, looking for better job opportunities, or finding smart ways to use the money you have. Having a better relationship with money isn't about becoming rich overnight, but about feeling more secure and positive about your financial future and being more open to attracting opportunities. Chapter 17. The World is Yours. Have you ever thought about what kind of life you really want? This chapter talks about a very important idea. It says you should think really big about your life. It means you should believe that you can have amazing things, not just small things, but a truly wonderful life. The main point is to believe. You need to truly believe inside yourself that these good things are possible for you. It's about having a strong feeling that you deserve happiness and good relationships. Why is this so important? Because if you don't believe you can have something, you might not even try. But if you do believe, you will open your mind and your eyes. You will see more chances and you will be ready to take them. Think about wanting to meet someone special. If you think, oh, this is impossible for me, you won't go out, you won't talk to new people. But if you think, yes, I can find someone, you will smile more, you will say hello, you will be more open. This belief changes how you act. So this chapter tells us to think like the world is full of possibilities for you. Believe in your own power to make your life good. Believe that you can build the life you dream of. Chapter 18. Keep going strong. Have you ever finished something big, like learning a new skill or reading a helpful book, and felt proud, but also wondered, what's next? Well, after learning a lot, maybe about yourself and your relationships, it's easy to feel like you're done. Like, okay, I got it now. But the truth is, life is a journey, right? And this chapter is like a final friendly push. It says, great job so far. Now keep that energy. Keep going strong. Why? Because becoming your best self is not a one-time task. It's something you keep doing. Life has ups and downs. Sometimes things are easy, sometimes they are hard. Relationships also need care over time. It's like keeping a garden beautiful. You can't just work on it once and expect it to stay perfect forever. You need to keep tending to it. So, keeping strong means you continue learning. Maybe you learn new ways to talk to people, or how to understand your own feelings better when you face difficult situations. It means practicing what you learned. For example, if you learn to be more patient, you need to remember to be patient next time you feel annoyed in traffic or waiting for a friend. It's about making small, good choices every day based on what you've learned. It's also about being kind to yourself when things don't go perfectly. You learn from mistakes and try again. When you keep working on yourself like this, little by little, you become stronger from the inside. You feel more sure of yourself and what you want. This helps you make better choices in your life, including in your relationships. You feel more powerful, not in a way that means controlling others, but in a way that means you can handle challenges and feel good about who you are. And that feeling of inner strength and making good choices, that brings you closer to living a really happy and fulfilling life, a life that feels right for you. It's about building a life you love day by day by continuing to put in the effort.